Hey guys, today we're just going to talk about how to classify some shapes quickly. So we're going to look at some of these shapes and talk about how we could classify them. Notice it says describe the following figures by all the names they can be classified as. So we're going to start with the most specific name we could possibly give the shape and then talk about all the other names that would apply to it. So let's look at number 1 first. So on number 1 you notice that it has this side and this side are parallel, as well as this side being parallel to this side. We don't know anything about the side lengths being equal, and we don't know anything about the angle measurements right now. So the only data we do know is that there are two sides parallel. If two sides are parallel, we call that a parallelogram. Whoops. So two pairs of sides were parallel, it's called a parallelogram. The only other name we could give this shape is we would also call it is a type of quadrilateral. So the most specific name for it is parallelogram, but it's also a type of quadrilateral. Quadrilateral just has 4 sides, that's it. And a parallelogram has to have 2 sides parallel. So that's how we know it's a parallelogram. So moving on to number 2. Now in number 2 you notice that 2 sides are also parallel. That means it's a type of parallelogram. It has 4 sides, so it's a quadrilateral. But notice these little dash marks that I'm pointing to with my pen. That means that all 4 sides are congruent. So we know nothing about the angles, but we know all 4 sides are congruent. So since we have 4 sides congruent, we are going to call that a rhombus, which means it is also a type of parallelogram because all 2 pairs were parallel, which means it is also a type of quadrilateral. So the most specific name for this is a rhombus, but we can call it a parallelogram and quadrilateral as well. So moving on to number 3. If you notice, number 3 also has 2 sides parallel, 2 pairs of sides parallel. It also has all 4 sides congruent, so we know that we can apply all of these names we gave this shape to this one as well. Oops. Here we go. But we can also have a special name for this one because we have 4 right angles and 4 congruent sides. So this is also called a square, which is a name you already know. So if I asked you, is a square always a type of rhombus, that would be true, because a square has to be a rhombus in order to be a square. If you notice, it has to have those 4 congruent sides. Let's look at number 4. Number 4 is different. Number 4 does not have 2 sides parallel. It only has 1 pair of sides parallel. So this is not a parallelogram. So we can't call it a parallelogram. So when we have only 1 pair of sides parallel, we call that a trapezoid. And another name for that would also be a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. So notice a trapezoid does not have the 2 pairs parallel, so a trapezoid cannot be a type of parallelogram, it can only be a type of quadrilateral. And then number 5, if we look at number 5, it has the 4 right angles, but it does not have 4 sides congruent. So this is a rectangle. And a rectangle does not have to be a square, but a square has to be a type of rectangle. Other names for a rectangle are parallelogram, because it has the 2 pairs of sides parallel, and a quadrilateral. So if we think about the different types of quadrilaterals, we are going to create a quadrilateral quad sheet together in small group on Thursday. So you'll be able to see them in a different manner, organized a different way. Thanks for watching. See y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.